Howdy, folks, and welcome to episode 226 Feeling Like Autumn. So, the weather is cool here in lovely Liberty, Missouri, but the gaming is quite good lately. So, hope
How
everybody is
was
doing well.
how was your Sorgow straight game?
Well, I was going to talk about that. Nice segue. Actually, it went really well. The Japanese got the crap pounded out of them, but they
Good.
did sink. They did sink one American cruiser.
All right.
So
What were the Japanese losses?
everything
Good. Which included?
included the Fuso and Yamashiro, two Miyoko heavy cruisers, a light cruiser. I don't think it's the Tinyaru class, but one very similar to it. It's one of those three stackers with
Yep.
the single guns. And I only put 3 or 4 Japanese destroyers out on the board. And yeah, the guy who won took 2 of the American heavy cruisers. I think the Portland and the Minneapolis is who he took,
Okay.
and he tore shit up with it. I think he had a hand in sinking all 3 of the Japanese cruisers and 2 of the destroyers.
Nice.
So, and then Doug had 2 battleships. He had the Colorado and the Maryland, and he sank both the Fuso and the Yamashiro by himself.
Nice.
So it was a good time. It was a good time. We even had the British cruiser fire a couple torpedoes. They didn't do anything, but
Hey, that's all right.
yeah. So I just need to make some changes on the ship sheets for the Japanese because I forgot to make the adjustments that I had decided to make on them. As far as range for the guns, but that wasn't a big deal anyway because I was playing. The Americans got to be able to fire regularly
Yeah.
without, even though it was a nighttime, because of the fire control radar. But
Yeah.
the Japanese were fighting. They were fighting night fighting combat rules without spotlights because they didn't use them.
Yep.
So everything was their sight distance was halved. So
Yeah.
which turns out that basically medium range, which was going to be medium range, which would have been 36 inches, they weren't able to see anything until 18 inches. But it was still going to be at that medium range. So if they did something at 36 inches, it was actually like if it was at 72 and, sorry, can't do it.
Yeah.
So it was good. I am scheduled to run it at 11 a.m. on Saturday of Tacticon.
Hell yeah.
And then some other games are going to be running there. Saturday morning at 9, Doug Pappert is running his Canvas Eagles game
Nice.
using 1/72 scale World War I fighters.
Beautiful.
It's really cool because his playmat is an old damn it, Milton Bradley and Games Workshop put it out together back in the late 80s, early 90s. Not War Master. It's something master. It's a plastic sheet with like 4 or 5 inch hexes.
Nice.
So
That Battlemaster? I don't think it is.
Battlemaster, that's it.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. It was the one that had the all of the units were on trays and would have like 4 or 5 or 6 orcs or 4 or 5 or 6 American, not Americans,
Humans.
whatever.
Yeah.
So
I got you. There's some guys local who play that.
yeah, it was a decent little game, and he uses the mat for that, and then his stands are car antennas, expandable car antennas with a alligator clip that holds the stick that he is added to the bottom of his planes. He's got like a whole crap ton of 1/72 scale.
Did he bring those to Daikon?
I don't know if he did or not, but he was at Tacticon last year with it, and then he's been to like every recruits with it.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think of the guys. I'm not sure if he brought those to Daikon or if somebody brought a nearly identical setup, because I can't remember the gentleman's name, which makes me think that it was not a local guy. And it's not too far across the state, to be honest with you, especially if you've been playing a while.
Right. So before we started, Telemachus came in and said, "You might be a gamer if you ever argued about spell duration at 2 a.m."
Fair.
Yeah. Charles says, "I never argue because I'm always right."
It's one of the best and worst things about being a solo gamer.
Exactly. And then I put out that will probably be a short show tonight, just going to touch on what gaming is going on over the next few weeks. It might get extended because we might just go off on a tangent. Who knows? I do know that Reese will not be with us with us tonight. He got thrown from a horse today, but he says he's okay. So he might pop into the texting. We'll see. Meandry Mike says, for some reason, YouTube didn't give me a notification. Well, it's probably because I didn't set up the show until 7 o'clock because it completely slipped my mind that it was Wednesday night already.
It's all right, Mike. Everybody, same place every week, buddy. You know it.
Yep. Bunkhouse is in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Hey,
Glad to hear
Dougie.
from you. Meandry Mike says, greetings, everyone. Chris Long is with us. He says, hey ho all. Yes, Mike, they are in top ship sheet shape. Say that 5 times quick. I dare you. Forgot to give the Japanese live rounds. No, they were hampered with the distance at which they could engage, and I only fired with them like 3 times the entire game, but I did pound the hell out of that one cruiser. So that was good. Chris Long says, I had heard the Japanese fleet was amazing at night fighting. Yeah, until about late 1943 they were. And then the Americans figured out how to shoot at stuff at night using radar. Battlemaster. Yeah, he actually uses 2 mats. And I think my brother Jay has that mat also. Yeah, the Blue Box Battlemaster. So, yeah, it did not kick him. As he put it, he came off a horse, which, in my terminology, however it happened, he got thrown or fell or
he went from back of horse to ground, and that sounds like it would suck.
Yeah, because that's not a short fall.
I had done that one time, and it's part of the reason I don't fucking ride horses anymore.
My mom got thrown from a horse once.
Horses
it ended up being glue.
Good. Fuck that horse.
So, but so that was Thursday night, and then Saturday went over to Jay Wiley's, got to play the Revenant Hunt.
Nice.
We did not win
I
because
thought the players did win. Did the Revenant win?
no, the Revenants definitely won. We only
Oh,
closed
dang.
two of the 6 holes.
Oh.
And I closed one, and then another guy closed another one, and we had a ghost pop out in like the second turn and just screwed everybody within 12 inches of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't kill them. You cannot get rid of them until you close the portal to which they exuded from. And that wasn't going to happen because in turn 4, a vampire showed up.
There you go.
So, yeah. And I'm doing my best not to make noise because you want to, not attract attention and not have more zombies. No, the rest of the assholes just, I'm going to fire twice with this shotgun.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, God.
You know when you don't have to worry about zombies? When they don't have heads.
Yeah, except that every time you make a noise marker, every noise marker will generate 1 to 3 more zombies.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
I can't believe I hadn't picked up on that in the last. So I've been at the last couple. I don't know. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Now, how you get a big bad, how you get a ghost or a werewolf or a vampire, is that Jay Wiley uses the old Games Workshop artillery die that's got 1, 2, and 3. It's like 2 1s, 2 2s, a 3, and then an exploding symbol.
Okay.
Well, if you roll the exploding symbol, you don't get any monsters out of that. You don't get any zombies out of that portal.
Okay.
But if you roll that one again during the same check for zombies, that's when the big bad comes out.
Yeah.
So we had that happen to us twice.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So, but it was fun, as always. I was the Prussian the Prussian gang with his steam powered mechanical arm or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the Doofen Zapper.
Yep.
So we had a good time. And then just as we were wrapping things up on that, Steve showed up and we got to play a game of Terror Island.
Nice. I was about to say, I saw Terror Island out there.
Yeah, and we play tested a new thing that it was a deck of treasure cards, chance cards. Sometimes it was treasure for victory points. Sometimes it was new weapons and armor to add to your characters, and sometimes it was bad stuff. I kept drawing the bad stuff.
Yeah.
The very first card that got pulled out of the entire deck was mine, and it was cursed. So my leader was -1 on all rolls for the rest of the game.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's a little extreme. Good Lord.
The only way to get rid of that was to get the idol, the other idol, that gave you a +1 on all of your rolls for the rest of the game.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Then I also got Poison Ivy, which gave me a -1 until I cured it either with the salve card or I could use a Queen of Hearts to remove it. And then one of my characters was a dog, literally a dog, kind of like Bandit with the Johnny Quest team.
Yeah.
I had this dog. Well, he got dysentery.
Jesus.
Yeah. And then sometimes it's not, a bad thing that persists on the character. Sometimes it's just more monsters.
Yeah.
So twice I pulled monsters. Once it was island zombies, and once it was crabmen. Now, Jay Wiley pulled a giant crab, which could have up to 5 traits. And it was determined that if you killed a 5 trait creature, you got 5 victory points.
Nice.
And then somebody else pulled a cemetery golem, and it was a golem that had headstones all over it, and instead of wings, it had 2 giant iron wrought gates coming out of its back. So it was a cool.
Is that the Reaper one?
I don't know if it's
Okay.
a Reaper one or not. I know that it was there, and it was scary as shit, and I killed it.
Nice.
So I got 5 points. I got 5
That's
points
what's
off of
up.
that. So I came in second because the guy that won, he took the crew that was out on the dock, or started at the dock, and he went out, got into all the boats, and went out and grabbed all the stuff that was out there. So he got 21 points in treasure.
Nice.
So I came in third with a total of 11 kill points. Is that right? Yeah, 11 kill points, because I killed all 3 of the island zombies. I killed all 3 of the crab men, and I killed the graveyard golem.
Nice.
For 5 points. So, and each one of those 3 monsters was a point each. Basically, they were grunts.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was good times. It was a lot of fun. And then this coming tomorrow, headed back over to Doug Pappert's house, and one of the guys is running a game called IADS, Integrated Air Defense System.
Oh wow.
It is literally a beer and pretzels game, but it is being played by the U.S. Military War College attendees over here in Leavenworth.
Nice.
And why I say it's literally a beer and pretzels game is because the cards are the size of beer coasters.
Nice.
And it was designed on beer coasters by the guy who designed the game, who actually either he's a former air defense system specialist officer guy, or a current trainer or something. So I will figure out. I will see the game played up and hopefully get a chance to play. Apparently it plays really fast. It's like each game is 20-30 minutes in length.
Oh, cool.
And you're basically setting up an air defense. You're setting up an air defense, and then also creating strike force to go after your opponent.
Nice.
With bombers and missiles and escort fighters and whatnot. And how you get your cards, how you get your beer decals, is which the Germans call them, your beer coasters, is you're dealt X number of cards, and you then You look at them, you choose one card, hand the other 6 to your opponent, and he hands you his 6. You look at those cards, you pick one, he picks one, you trade again. So you know what, except for that first card, you know what cards are available between the 2 players.
Nice. That's kind of cool.
So, yeah. He said he could have up to 6 players per game. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how that works on the draw card, drawing the cards.
Yeah.
But I will have a better understanding of the game next week when we meet up here again. So, what have you been up to?
I don't know if I mentioned it last week. Last week I played. Last Tuesday I played a Command and Colors Napoleonics game. That was pretty fun. Yesterday I actually played a game. The card said it was from 1994. That seems a little generous. It seemed like it was a lot older than that, but it's a game called Clash, an Ancients game, Mass Battle. That was pretty fun. I had a good time with that. Never
Good.
played that before. Never even seen that. Never even heard of it before. But it was a good time. So that was really good. It's always good when on Tuesday nights I'm not putting on the game and I can play in something, especially something new and fresh. I was in. It's an Ancients game. I was an Etruscan general. That was pretty fun. Only player on the table that had a couple of chariots. So that was pretty slick. But yeah, I'm hoping to get out. Or I'm off. I'll be at Tacticon. Are there games Sunday morning at Tacticon?
I believe yes.
Okay.
Let me find out here.
I gotcha. I don't know how long or whatever else I will be at Tacticon, but I will certainly at least be there on Saturday. I need to figure out, as always, hotel and whatnot because I don't plan any of this until the last minute.
Yeah.
Slash, hopefully work does not interfere, which sometimes makes planning things a little difficult. But yeah, I am excited for Tacticon. I was sad I had to miss it last year. I took off. I put in for the time last November, so I'm excited to go to Tacticon. I'm kind of happy Phalanx Con got moved because I wanted to go to both those. And originally, Phalanx Con down in Kentucky from the guy at Phalanx Consortium, EMDF people, was supposed to be this same weekend, and then they wound up moving it to April or something. So hopefully I can make it to that also. But it makes it a lot easier because now it's okay, cool. Now I'm definitely going to Tacticon. I know Joel said he was putting on Quadrant 13. That should be pretty fun. I've never played that. I have the rules. But as with most older Lardy sets, and as you've said, it's kind of tough just picking those rules up and trying to read them. So hopefully playing in a game or two will help that along.
Yeah, definitely. So Sunday morning games, miniatures wise, there's the Saga North American Grand Championship tournament.
Gross.
Space Hulk, The Sin of Damnation. Wings of Glory, Fly the Unfriendly Skies. And
Hell yeah.
the Battle of Lutzen 1632.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I actually I found a place that had a bunch of the Wings of Glory planes up for like $10 a piece, so I got a bunch of those. That was pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a guy locally here who is like a gaming rep for Ares.
Yeah.
But he mainly has like their Euro games and board games and stuff.
Right.
Like there was something where they're like, you're a mushroom or some shit. I don't know. Not at all interesting. But at again Daikon, Ares had a big booth because again they do have a lot of those like Euro games and stuff, and that's kind of what Daikon is. There's a lot of role playing and stuff there. which is fine.
Right.
Whatever, doesn't matter. But I was talking to him, and according to him, they are actually doing production again of Wings of Glory, Wings of War, and so or whatever the two World War One and World War Two. They're doing World War One first, and then also apparently we'll be doing more Sales of Glory stuff, which makes me very
Yeah.
happy.
Very cool.
Not that I need more Sales of Glory ships, but you can never have too many of those things. So there's that.
Yeah. So Saturday's offerings at Tacticon, miniature games wise, is MESBG tournament. I don't know what an MESBG is.
Middle Earth strategy battle game.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, they've got a 3-round tournament going on that day. Battle of Wagram.
Yeah, Napoleonics.
Yep, using the rules Madrid to Moscow.
All right.
Canvas Eagles, put on by Doug Pappert. That's a 9 a.m. start
On Friday.
Saturday.
Okay.
Then also at 9 a.m., the Baron kicks off Glorious Adventures of the Age of Steam. Like I said, the Saga North American Grand Championships going. The Lonely Outpost, which is
I think that's Pat Connaughton's game.
yeah, I believe it is. The host is Con AJP, so that falls in line with it. It is it's using Black Powder rules based on the Block on the Nile scenario book.
Yeah, it's Modest
versus the Modists.
That's a really fun game. I've played that game a couple times in play testing at game night on Tuesdays. That's a fun game. It's in Tenville. It's cool to see.
Yeah. Then there is Warlord Games Bolt Action Tournament running for 12 hours.
Is there still only 3 people signed up for that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And tell your St. Louis people get in there and they can sweep up.
Well, the issue is nobody knew what was going on.
Yeah, part of that is I don't think for whatever reason I can't remember the guy who's running Tacticon is really getting it
Kevin.
out as Kevin isn't getting it out to as many people as I'd like to see him get it out to.
Because I didn't even know that was going on until last week, and then I sent out a mass text about it, and it was a whole bunch of, well, it's 2 weeks out. Like,
yeah. But see, I also kind of put that on, into Warlord Games lap also. I mean, if it's going to be a sanctioned tournament, they should also, be putting out information about it. But that's just me.
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite person. So,
well, there is that. There's going to be a 15 millimeter DBA tournament.
Solid. That's pretty standard. That'll be fun to see.
And then Intro to Warhammer 40K. I have no idea who's running that. Then my game at 11. Battle of Lutzen, 1632. We Who Are About to Die, Arena Combat at Ancient Rome. Another Glorious Adventures in the Age of Steam. Harper and Sharp is running in the afternoon.
Just to say what rules that uses?
3 millimeter skirmish level game set in a peninsula with Sharp and Harper added again. Players will be a small unit of 6 to 10 figures. 1 hour skirmish war game rules.
Oh, nice.
The Bloody Cup.
What on earth is that?
Race your boats for gold and glory, a pirate race.
Oh,
to see
yeah.
who's the better sailor.
Yeah,
Based
it's
on
using
Wise
like,
and Slimey's rules.
but then didn't it say it's using something else too, like American
Yeah.
Cup or Regatta or something?
The board game Regatta, and it's using 15 millimeter scale ships though.
Yeah.
I might have to dive in on that one.
Limeys and Slimies is a fun 2-page rule set. I really like that. It's
Yeah.
quite entertaining. And it's one of the
So-
greatest names I've ever seen.
So yeah, that one might be one I jump in on. Xeogenesis Battle of Saber Ridge. Giant robotic suits, dynamic action. Learn about the game by doing a demo and taking a few turns to get a feel for the dynamic game. So it's a big stumpy robot game.
Yeah.
And then another Glorious Adventures in the Age of Steam. Quatre Bras, using Eagles to Glory rules.
Okay.
I've played those rules before. They're pretty decent. I like them well enough.
Nice.
And then Space Hulk, The Sin of Damnation again, Saturday night at 7 p.m. And let's just see if there's anything going Friday. Oh, we got some stuff going Friday too. Battle of Wagram again. Decision on the Danube. The
Is
French
that
and
another-
Austrians.
Yeah.
The French and Austrians clash in 1809 campaign. This is a chance to learn the rules before Saturday's Battle of Wagram game. So there you go. It's a preview game of the actual game.
Yeah.
Saga Open Play Saturday. Kind of hone your skills, I guess. Another arena combat in ancient Rome. Decision on the Danube again. The Sharp End, which is just another 1 hour skirmish war game.
Nice.
Wreck of the Calypso. Ahoy mateys, join us for this buccaneering adventure. A fortnight ago, the Calypso ran aground in a strong landward blowing gale. She was rumored to be carrying a load of cursed Aztec gold. Do you and your Confederates dare to search the wreck? And who else will you find there? Blood and plunder rules.
Of course we do. Oh. Well, there you go.
A day at the circus, chariot racing in ancient Rome.
Nice.
So yeah, that's always fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Battle of Pavia, 1525. February of 1525, the French army under King Francis I are besieging the small force of Spanish in the town of Pavia. A sizable Spanish imperialist army has come to relieve them, having stolen a march on the French. The Spanish imperialist army has broken through the wall of the Parco Vecchio, whatever, and are deploying on the mist-shrouded fields. The alarm is raised in the French camp. What will the outcome of the decisive battle in the Italian Wars? Game is in 15 millimeter using Impetus 2.
Doesn't Impetus use a grid?
I don't remember.
Okay.
But Friday night, we've got Battlesuit Alpha.
Nice.
run by the Baron himself. And then NADBAG DBA 2.2 tournament. The washing of spears.
Was that an Anglo Zulu game?
Yeah, men of the 24th Battle of Zulu MPs at
East San Juana?
Yes, thank you. 28 fast play, break out the .577 450 cartridges and stand your ground. Does not say what rules are being used, but it's being run by a P. Hartman.
I wonder if I get extra points if I bring 577 450 brass. Oh, look, I shoot it real good. I wonder if that's Phil Hartman.
Probably is.
Is it Phil? Wasn't Phil Hartman on SNL? Isn't that an actor?
Yeah, but I think he got shot with a 577 450.
Didn't his? Yeah, I was about to say, didn't his wife kill him or some shit?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yep.
My bad.
Too soon?
I doubt it was a Martini Henry, but that'd be a hell of a way to go.
Yeah, it would be. And then another Eagles on the Danube, Eagles to Glory rules. French Third Corps under Deveau versus Austrian Third Corps, April 1809. 3 French divisions clashed with 4 Austrian divisions. There you go. So that is what's going on at Tacticon this weekend. A lot on offer.
That's 2 weeks from now, isn't it?
2 weeks from now, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
And not bad for $35.
Oh yeah.
So then I don't know. Let's see who's exhibiting. We've got Huscarl Miniatures, The Sharp Experience, Thogrid Studios, and Two Leaves Toys. And of course, Jay Wiley will be there. Whether he is set up as a vendor there or not, I'm not sure.
And where does Tacticon take place?
It is at the KCI Expo Center in North Kansas City, up by the airport.
Okay, so north of 70.
Yes, yeah,
Gotcha.
it's up. What you'll probably want to do is take 70 to 435, and then just take 435 all the way over to 29, and then 29 you'll exit at like Ambassador or something like that. Pop it. Type in KC Expo to your space phone, and it'll take you right where you need to go.
The rectangle will guide me.
Yep. Just got notification from Reese that he did get a glancing kick from the horse. So.
Well, hopefully his response was good, solid center mass hits.
Yeah, well, probably not, because that if it's the horse that he normally rides, it's a fairly well-behaved horse normally, and is also worth quite a lot of money. So, Mike is making barbecue pulled pork and tater tots for dinner. That sounds good.
Solid.
That sounds real good. The only thing that would make that better is if it was brisket, chopped brisket, and tater tots with some onion rings. So, and apparently Phil Hartman was killed with a .38 caliber Smith & Wesson Model 15 revolver.
Oh, at least she used a nice fucking gun.
Yeah.
That's good.
At least that's what I'm assuming Mike is referring to, because he just says .38 caliber Smith & Wesson Model 15 revolver.
I would assume that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, unless he's just shooting out random names of weapons,
Just rocking out.
which has been done here many times before.
It happens.
Like the Smith & Wesson 40 caliber semi-automatic pistol that I was able to fire with my cousin owns that weapon, and I have to say it is one of the nicest pistols I've ever fired.
There you
go. Now his Desert Eagle 44 damn near broke my wrists, but hey, what do you expect? It was a hefty weapon.
Yeah.
And damn near kicked my son right into the dirt. He was standing properly, but he was also like 13, maybe 12, and he weighed all of like 92 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Oh, but yeah, it's looking good for gaming in 2 weeks. I'm wanting to get down to Millennium Con.
It's in Texas, isn't it? Oh, well, I don't know if Chris faded out or I'm fading out.
It's probably me.
But Millennium Con's in Texas, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It used to be just north of Austin and Round Rock. It is now in Belton, Texas, which is not too far from Killeen, which is where former Fort Hood, former Fort Cavazos, now Fort Hood again, but it's a different hood.
Nice. Hoods for everybody.
Yeah. So it's always been a good solid convention this year. So if you look at this year's list of games for Tacticon, there's like I think 6 pages worth of games.
Yeah.
They had something like 19 or 20 pages of games.
I'm about to say that's a good session or two, maybe at Millennium Con, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's when it was in Round Rock, it took up all 2 floors of a little convention center behind the hotel. That was probably, let's see, probably about, well, because it was 2 full floors, it was probably twice the size of the field house at Lee Summit High School, where
nice. That is big.
Yeah. And it was cordoned off. The rooms were all closed up and everything. There was one big room downstairs that had all of the shopping area, all of the vendors in, and there was like a dozen to a dozen and a half actual true vendors. Not just guys setting up a table to sell the crap out of their basement.
Dog, those are the best vendors, though.
Oh, they are.
That's where you get the good shit.
Well, see, they have a completely separate room for that.
So, you actually have like a separate flea market room?
Right. So, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because, you get the best deals at those.
Absolutely.
But they Reaper always has a huge presence there.
Yeah.
The one of the big name game stores down in the Austin San Antonio area is called Dragon's Lair, and they always have a good size. How you doing, Hexy?
Jeffy, what's up, buddy? Speaking of
Um,
badass game stores that have convention presences, the one in Martinsburg, I was reading a convention report for maybe Fall In or something, and they were talking about their booth is always a highlight, and it's like, yeah, go into the store, I damn near busted a nut. And it also
Yeah.
explains the kind of eclectic mix of awesome stuff that you never see that they had in there, which was phenomenal.
Cool.
I shit you guys not, it's the greatest game store I've ever been into. It was incredible. Yeah, what's the place, Jeff? Like the Friendly Neighborhood Game Store or something like that? Something along those lines. And then Jeffy was like, well, this might not be the place for me. And then we saw two guys playing Lee versus Grant in the back. And then he got all excited because that's a cool classic game. But
Very nice.
yeah.
So I printed this guy out the other day.
Oh, one of the
Imperial
new
Light.
Star Destroyers?
Yeah. Well, it's actually a Star Destroyer from. It's the Light Star Destroyer that came out right after the founding of the Empire. It is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's new. Like, it's not from the original trilogy.
No. It could have been because that's from the time frame it's in, but yeah, it's new since it's new to the universe as we know it since then. So
Man, I tell you what. Oh,
roughly
go
the
for it.
scale to this guy right here.
Oh, cool. There you go.
So I'm taking all of the ships that I have printed out last couple of weeks. I'm going to take them out and spray them tomorrow, and get them start painting them up. So
It should be dog easy for most of them.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're going to be gray. With I'm going to spray them in light gray, and then do some dark gray panels on them, and then hit them with a Nuln Oil wash and call it good.
There you go. Yeah.
So
Outstanding.
and then also I'm also going to be working on getting my Colonial Vipers and Cylon Raiders to get printed out to this scale. This is a Y-wing for Star Wars, but I want to get.
And is that Armada scale there?
Yeah, that's Armada scale.
Nice.
So I want to get some Cylons and Colonial Vipers and Raptors printed to go with these guys.
Oh yeah.
Want to get some good Starfighter fleet rule games going. So
Outstanding. Again, I'm kind of sad that, like I said, I was kind of psyched there. I was like, oh, cool, I can print out Battlefleet Gothic stuff and play with that. And then it's like, oh, no, never mind. That's not a thing. That does not work. The smallest of ships in Battlefleet Gothic is colossally the size of an Imperial Star Destroyer, and printing something that's 8.5 inches long is not exactly the wheelhouse. Like, you'd have to print out the fighter swarms, and they'd be the size of normal ships in that game.
right.
which could still be kind of entertaining, but
Yeah. Well, that's why you print them in smaller scale.
fair, but it's all good. Um, it's all good.
Nord wants to know how much the. I think my batteries are dying on my mouse. Wants to know what the file cost for my BSG stuff is. They are free. However, I had to put my own stand pegs sockets on them, but I did that easy enough um, when I went to when I go to print them. Um, so yeah, you can find them on Thingiverse. Just look up Battlestar Galactica. So, Nord says he tried to print out an 8.5-inch long McMurray, but kept insisting it be larger.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Model is undersized.
That that harkens back to you being pimped for president on a regular basis.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. McMurray for president is right.
Yep.
That's right.
Charles says his back and shoulder and neck still hurt. Then he took a piece out of his ankle on the edge of the staircase where he left it kind of pointy, and then dropped his phone, and it's slightly damaged but functional. Dude,
Damn,
if
Charles.
you didn't have bad luck, you'd have no luck at all.
Hey, Charles, take it easy and wear like a bubble suit. That or do like the Calvin and Hobbes and tie a pillow to the front of you and the back of you and wear a football helmet for a minute. Okay, buddy?
Yeah, exactly.
Be careful, Charles.
Yeah. It says, I can't find my one little plastic tray that I had on my dice for Dragon Rampants. Several sets of 12 each, different colors. Dude.
Those are some of my favorites.
Chris Long says his Galactica is 19 inches long. Nord comes back with my Galactica is so immense it can't be measured by mortal measurements.
All right, easy now. Good to know that all these measurements end in that little lowercase I.
Yeah, we do our best to run a family-friendly show here.
Yeah, quit talking about your Galacticas, you assholes. Nobody's got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That heathen buffoonery. That's what I meant to talk about. A buddy of mine got a game off of War Games Vault called Cutting Horses and Counting Coup.
Yeah.
So it's like Plains Indian Wars. Yeah. And there is a sequel to that takes place earlier, called Cutting Out and Taking Scalps or Counting Scalps. And it is European contact up to about the French and Indian War / Revolution. And I am gleefully giddy to utilize all that winter 15 millimeter stuff that I've got.
Yeah.
That's like really well done. I got it locally from a guy. He had partially finished it, and then I finished the rest of it up. And it's really nice terrain. I've got some stands of like pilgrims and stuff. Whatever. Either way, long story short, I took a page out of Brian's book actually, and grabbed a bunch of like Iroquois, and then suitable figures to play like Jamestown stuff. If not even a little bit earlier. You could at a push call it King Philip's War, mainly because nobody knows what the hell King Philip's War is. It's not exactly perfect for King Philip's War, but you get the point. From Coruscant in 15 to play on that stuff, and then I was printing some actually from that World at War guy that we've been talking about the last couple weeks. I got he's got a nominally 6 millimeter, like 10 to 6 mil pack for the ACW F&I. And so I grabbed that, and I've been printing out cabins and stuff for use in both that and then with 15 millimeter. In case you guys didn't pick up on this, Reese and I have been on this bald knobbers kick for the last like 3 months. And so the last stuff I needed for that was still in it made it out of the 45-day wait period in my cart at Old Glory, right? Because I'm doing that now. Or when I get excited about a project, I hold on to it for a month or so. And then if I'm still excited about it and still wanting to do it, there it goes. And I start working on like terrain and stuff while I'm waiting for the figures to get to me. So that should be pretty fun. I'm still debating how necessarily to do some of those figures. Just to avoid people getting real hinky about it, kind of.
Right.
It is vigilante-esque in Missouri in the 1880s. That being said, there is legitimately zero racial component to it, because I found a bunch of, in the reading, in the various books that I grabbed, I found a bunch of both African American and people of like, well, I mean, they're still European, but they're certainly not people that you would imagine Klansmen hanging out with, like Southern European, like some Italians and whatnot.
Right.
On those roles, which was interesting. The only other thing that would stick is that depending on which bald knobbers you're looking at, some bald knobbers, when you Google bald knobber, you find that really terrifying looking black mask.
Yeah.
Which you can't mistake for a Klan hood by any means, because it's like the exact opposite. The issue is those bald knobbers were kind of asshole bald knobbers, following up on the movement to try and use it for personal gain. The original Taney County bald knobbers either wore handkerchiefs, which are kind of hard to model at 15,
right,
or flour sacks, which are white sacks, but it looks like a little kid who put a fucking pillowcase over his head.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And it's one of those like that, except for the issue is it's a little kid in a pillowcase, right? So it runs like down over their shoulders, and it's just this square white doofery.
Yeah, with like little ears up at the top corners.
They didn't do the ears, but it's just
okay.
They just look goofy as hell, and then they all put on their socks over their boots. And so it's going to be a really entertaining paint job.
Yeah.
Between that, Reese has got his work kind of cut out for him in 54, because they turned their coats inside out, which I think we were talking about last week.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Which will be cool to model at 54. Again, at 15, it's pretty lost. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know how I necessarily want to try and model that, but yeah.
Chris Long says my other half just asked why people are ball knobbing.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's great, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know, Chris, sometimes you got to explain things, and some things are a lot easier left unexplained.
Telemachus says it's all on the wrist.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
The French and Indian log cabins. I have some that are Old Glory that I really, really like, but I wanted to get a little variety going. So Old Glory's got a bunch of 15 mil ones that go with their like colonial stockade fort that work really well. Some of them are plainly like the issue with Missouri at that point in time and elsewhere is that you have log cabins a lot, but you don't have the large, nicer log cabins that you might encounter, you know, in the eastern half of the U.S. 70 to 100 years before, you know, so you don't necessarily have too many 2-story log cabins with all that. It does. It does, Nord. You absolutely you get 40% off of everything. The last time I ordered rule books, they gave me 40% off of the rule books. I have a bunch of F&I Old Glory that I painted too, walkabout, that I actually have never used for anything. I was just like, that would be really, really cool to do. I really want to hit that. So I did. I painted up a bunch of French regulars and Courrier de Bois or Courrier de Bois or whatever the hell it is. In the white and then the blue and red facings. And then I did a bunch of British with various kind of randomly colored, just common facings. So I got some green, I got some blues, I got some buff, some yellow. Yeah, it was quite good. There's a little bit of cleanup involved sometimes. Whenever I have a miscast, you can just contact them and you get new ones. It's not a huge. Their customer service has always been beyond stellar.
Yeah, as long as we're talking about the American Old Glory, not the UK
Yes,
Old Glory.
actual Old Glory. Yeah, the dude who runs their UK stores a douche.
Yeah,
But whatever. That does not need to reflect at all on our wonderful American Gregory family and then Miss Therese.
yeah.
But yeah, Russ is great. Fun fact, if you call during lunch to place your order, you'll usually get Russ because the ladies are out to lunch, and then you usually get your order super fast. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, Nord. For which rules? They have a whole bunch of rules on their website. I don't know if those are I mean, I don't think most of them are domestic. Like, I don't think they're in-house rules publications, or at least a bunch of them aren't. But it'd be cool to know what rules they were rocking around with at the time. He is really into the Napoleonics. There's a reason that there's always Napoleonics coming out. He, like I said, he's a really nice guy. Oh, yeah, Volume Bayonet. They still have a whole bunch of Volume Bayonet rules. I was actually just looking at the Trollner on their website earlier, and I almost picked up the American Civil War Volume Bayonet stuff. And then I was like, no, McMurray. You have enough ACW stuff in all kinds of different scales. Between the Altar of Freedom stuff for bigger battles where each stand is a brigade, and then that got posted on their Facebook page at one point in time, Nord. That's pretty slick. But yeah, if I want to look at bigger conflicts, I've got both of these scenario books for Altar of Freedom, which have like 50 something scenarios between the two of them, if not a few more. And then I also have both of the Fire and Fury Regimental scenario books, which have a lot of stuff in them as well, which is pretty slick. I need to base up all these 6mm that I painted the overwhelming majority of last month. But yeah, because that would be real fun to play with a lot of stuff, especially because I was thinking about playing a little bit of black powder in 6mm also, because you have fixed base sizes, which is pretty slick. Walkabout, I have played it once. The issue is the guy who plays it a lot around here, or who I was trying to learn it from, is kind of a dick. And it's one of those things that I really, really wish the guys on Little Wars TV would do, like a, hey, here's how you play sort of thing. But yeah,
think that they would do that, being that it's their rules.
Yeah, but at the same time, you should, Mike. You should try and summon.
Absolutely, that's what you should do.
You should just wear a robe and do weird shit and try and summon the demon Paul or the demon Toddy.
Yes.
Just be like, yes, Noble Knight is calling. I have 8 quadrillion rule sets, and they are all in storage at McMurray's house. No, I'm just kidding. Tidy's awesome. I'm hoping Tidy and I actually get to play some Flames of War here coming up because he's been messing around with Flames of War and Fireball Forward and Iron Cross here recently, and I really, really enjoy. I have really missed playing third edition Flames of War. I've been trying to get a couple guys who I used to play with all the time here locally to play it. But yeah, so I'm hoping that Toddy and I get to do that because that would be quite fun. Exactly, Nord. Yeah. 2 and 3 are obnoxiously close. We actually talked about this. I talked about this a little bit. Jeffy and Toddy and those guys had a live stream on Saturday where we talked about some World War II gaming and stuff, and we came to the usual consensus that Flames of War, especially the little supplemental books, really peaked late second and third edition. They were so good. So good. Yeah, Nord, and they gave it to you for free if you had a second edition rulebook, which was awesome. Like, big ups to Battlefront.
Yep.
If you had one of their old rules, they said, hey, we appreciate you playing. And then they sent their carriers a bunch of stickers, and if you had a second edition rulebook, they would put a sticker on the inside cover and then give you a little mini rulebook. Which I don't know about you, Nord, but we around here we absolutely took those to like Kinko's and stuff and had them cut the binding off and ring bind them. Stellar.
Yep.
Absolutely stellar. At the time it was only like $4 or something.
That's what I did.
So fantastic.
I really got into Flames of War during third edition, when third edition was just coming out. So I hit it just at the right time. But then moved away and really couldn't find a place to play it. So
yeah,
I changed all of my Flames of War 15mm Americans into Chain of Command 15mm Americans.
Oh, did you take them off the bases?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. There's actually a big Flames of War community. I think they probably play 4th edition, but whatever. At Valhalla's Gate in Columbia.
Yeah.
Those guys play all the time. Charles, first off, Nord, I agree with you. I get why they did, because it was a huge line that there's no way they sold a lot of, right, for some of that stuff. I know I've harped on it I don't know how many times on here, but it was super cool to be able to find basically any 15mm World War II vehicle on their website. Yeah, that was pretty slick, as well as all the like specialist infantry units. But somebody showed me where they were, gradually re-releasing some of those specialized units in like groups. Like last month, I think it was a bunch of the special line for Africa Corps. So they had like the command group, the infantry platoon, and then a couple of the weapons platoons, which was pretty slick. Let's see here. What was I doing? Charles, the second edition of Lion Rampant is gorgeous. Again, I think I talked about this before. It's not as compact and easy to reference rules, but they did also make it a little more generic in terms of like their unit classifications, and they went into a little bit more on kind of doing your own stuff, which was cool. I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. It's probably going to be like $20 or $25 for a giant, beautiful hardback. But yeah, still play Crossfire and Rapid Fire, mostly Battle Group. Crossfire is outstanding. Artie Conliff's a genius. I have not played much Rapid Fire at all. Battle Group's not bad. Again, the guys locally here aren't necessarily the greatest, and Pierce Brandt is a dick. So I don't play that much Battle Group. It also pisses me off that you have to get the tank cards. Credit to Dweez, was playing Flames of War for when I started a game with Frank Chadwick. I wanted to have their click, and Frank asked me to play DBA. I'm playing Bayonet with him. Hell yeah, Nord. There you go. There you go. The Flames of War community around here was always wonderful. I have played Command Decision. Command Decision is fun. It's a little more involved, but I had always had a good time playing. I know Todd did too. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. Um, oh, it's gonna be $35. Okay, maybe not then. I'll probably just stick with the original Dragon Rampant. If the new book's $35. I picked up the new Lion Rampant for 21, I think, at Miniature Market, and that's why I grabbed that because it was on the shelf. Yeah, I know that got a lot of guys out of 40K into Flames of War because that old webcomic Turn Signals on a Land Raider kept talking about it. Like that's where I first heard of Flames of War. I'll be real honest with you. And then I saw it locally in a store in the St. Louis Mills where they were selling tanks, like buy two get one free. So I got some Panzer fours and a Tiger or two, as well as a Fallschirm, or as a Fallschirm Jaeger platoon and HQ, and then I had at the time I was still in college, and so I played Fallschirm Pioneers because they were a PDF free rule set or a free army list, which was pretty cool. But yeah, it was a cool game. I miss old Flames of War, especially when you play weird bullshit like the Junkyard Tank Company and stuff like that, where you could just put all kinds of weird nonsense into a tank company for the Americans. That's right, Nord. That's exactly how it should be. You can run around in a wizard pointy hat or some shit, or you can kill Krauts. We're going to kill Krauts today. You're going to kill Krauts today. And then I played Finns a bunch because I realized I could prime them. I could get random miniatures and prime them white and then just pick stuff out on them, and I was a big fan of that. Fun
Making
fact,
it too easy.
It's also why I started playing Bolt Action, playing Finns, but yeah. I really, really enjoy both of those games, to be honest with you, even though they can be a bit of a pain in the ass. We were talking about that. I told Toddy if he could come up with a Flames of War scenario, and then depending on the miniatures that are required, give me a month or maybe 2 to prep. We can play whatever historical scenario we felt like playing. Hopefully he doesn't choose a Pacific War thing, but I doubt he will. There's some nice miniatures for Bolt Action. They do. The issue is that all the sculpts are the same. Like, the best thing I found to do was get Blitzkrieg Germans and then use as many of the field caps as I could and paint them as Finns in summer uniform. But yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not painting out 17 trillion communists. Nord. Sorry, buddy. I do still have a metric shitload of Plastic Soldier Company T-34s that I should have never gotten, even though they were like $2 a piece. It still blows my mind that Plastic Soldier Company makes T-34s and then they make upgrade kits for the tracks so they're not a giant pain in the dick to put together. Like, why don't you just make a kit that doesn't suck, guys?
Right. Because then they can't get you for that upgrade kit.
Startling idea. Bought a box of 27 tanks, and then you want to sell me not suicidal tracks for $5 a piece or $5 a tank. Okay.
Welcome to capitalism.
It's just shitty business practices and why they're still sitting there. And at some point in time, I'll just sell them somewhere else.
Well, there are other reasons why I don't like Plastic Soldier Company, but I won't get into that right now.
That's fair.
No.
That's fair. Their tanks are certainly very nicely priced. Granted, 3D printing has done away with that, but yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. We could certainly do that if Toddy comes up with a scenario and list. I've got lots of British and lots of Germans, including a ton of German early war armor in the gray and brown camo. I did that on that first 24-hour paint stream. Doug, I have a bunch of French in 15 mil from when Todd and I did John Blow Gap. Like, that collection really just ballooned a little out of control.
Which collections of yours doesn't do that?
My 54 millimeter Gladiators. There are 12 of them, and every single one of them is painted and based. Mainly because I can only find 12 models. Oh, that's right. Yeah. That is true. Fuck Plastic Soldier Company. Good call. Good call, Mike. Good call, Mike.
Mine's along the same lines on that.
They also did the weird thing where they came out with a weird scale, and that made me frustrated. Isn't Northag in some weird, like, 12 millimeter scale?
I don't know.
Their Cold War game?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, ultimately 3D printing has made buying 15 millimeter tanks the way of the dodo bird for me.
Yep.
Because even like Tigers and stuff on my little printer, I can get 2 tanks on a plate and be happy. 6 mil, man. If you're going to play Command Decision, play it big, baby. Play it big. I still have Toddy's Command Decision Market Garden book, and that is a really cool book. I am a fan. I think it's Command Decision. It's either Command Decision or Rapid Fire, one of the two.
I've played Command Decision. I think it's Command Decision. And 15 is Americans versus Japanese.
Yeah, I think 15 is what it was originally designed for.
Yeah.
But 6 is a wonderful scale, and it works super well.
So the thing I like about going with 6 millimeters on that is, as with anything in 6 millimeter, you can just pack the base with a shit ton of miniatures, and it looks like you've got an actual group of soldiers there. When we played Command Decision, we were, each one of my counters, for lack of a
Stands?
better term, each one of my stands had 2 dudes on it.
I know somebody who plays like that. I don't know if he's listening right now.
And then it was representative of that was supposed to be representative of what, a squad?
Usually a squad.
Yeah. It's like, no, a squad is like 10 to 12 guys, not 2 jabrones out there playing around with their bayonets.
I need to plug my phone in. But yeah, so it's been good times for the gaming. Like we talked about, my Leviathans crap all came in.
That's cool.
Those rules certainly look like something I'm never going to play. But
no, you're not. You're not, because I've played them twice. I played them twice, and it's like, no thanks.
Cool. Never mind.
But the ships look boss.
Yeah. Again, I think I'm going to have to dull coat them before I start putting washes on them and stuff, but that's fine.
Yeah, you are. Now I've got I've got 2 of the original starter boxes, and 1 British starter box, expansion
starter
box.
Fleet.
Yeah. The expansion box.
So they made this starter box Germans and French, which is one of those. Why? Nobody likes the French. Like, the French don't even like the French. That's why they invented the fucking guillotine.
Right. Well, I mean, the starter box for the first round was British and French.
Well, that's fine. Like, I just don't get the obsession with the frogs.
I don't know. If I remember correctly, they're from Northwest Pacific, so I mean, they're probably smoking something.
Well, that would stand to reason.
Also, kind of plays into why it took, 10, 15 years to come out with it again.
And then 3.5 years to fulfill.
Yeah, yeah. So but I'm hopefully they don't, push all this stuff out and then it just fall apart again.
There's no way
Because
they're going to support it, man. Let's be honest here.
I'm fully aware of this, but I just, yeah, I'm definitely wanting to stat up the ships I have using Starfighter's fleet rules.
Yeah, I think I need to figure out bases. I have a ton of the like fighters and stuff from brigade models,
Yeah,
which are a little big for their like carriers that they put out, but whatever, I don't give a shit. They are the perfect scale with the Leviathan stuff, so I need to figure out bases that I want to use for those. Because then that'll be pretty fantastic, pretty badass.
yeah,
For tying into uh, like starfighters, or even again, I think we've played using the Imperial Skies models. So like the Brigade games figures, we've played the Imperial Skies rules as well as the Dystopian Wars rules,
yeah,
which are both very fun and easy to play. And I've played Victorian airships with full thrust. There's all kinds of good options out there that I'm a huge fan of, to be honest with you, other than their kind of random rules.
right.
But such is life. That's how it works. That's the nice thing about non-IP tied figures is that you can go find rules that work instead of being kind of shoehorned into random rules because it's weird shit. Some things are obviously easier than others for that. A healthy enthusiasm for Victorian airships helps also. But yeah,
Oh yeah.
because
Like I said,
otherwise I can. What's up?
what got me excited about Leviathan is that it was flying battleships
Yes,
and the models looked really good.
they do. And again, it's kind of like the Wings of Glory stuff. They're a little more on the pricey side, but for the most part, they come right out of the box, and you can play with them. You're not having to worry about, okay, I need to make flight stands for this. I need to get them painted. I need to get them primed. I
Right.
need to do all that. Like it's kind of set, which
Yeah.
is sort of nice.
I don't have to do anything to put them on the table.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, Reese.
Hey, how are you?
Holy smokes! What's up, buddy?
Oh, just filling out a bunch of stuff for the police and all that. So.
Did you say the police?
Yeah,
You called the police on the horse? Did
no,
they shoot it?
somebody else called the police on the horse because the horse ran about a mile
Oh,
and then was running up and down the highway with an empty saddle.
there you go.
And so somebody calls, hey, there's a horse on the highway. Another one calls and says, hey, there's a horse with a saddle running down the highway. And another one calls, hey, there's a horse with an empty saddle, an empty rifle scabbard, and an SO brand running down the highway.
Well, at least you got your rifle out.
Yeah, I drew the rifle right before everything went down.
Well, there you go. Jackpot.
Oh man.
Anyway. I guess my chats haven't gone through.
No,
That's
No.
okay.
we got the first one.
All right,
I think it was
let's.
the first one.
That's okay.
I spent a little while talking about bald knobber stuff earlier, Reese. And
Yeah, I
really
know. I was
confused
trying to catch up while I was getting decent and getting not sore and other stuff. And I sent a reference photo on the Discord for people to
Oh, okay.
admire of what hooligans look like when they wear flour sacks and socks over their boots.
Dude, the illustrations in that book are wonderful. I wound up getting another one. I don't remember which it is that I left in the car in the off chance that I had time to read at work because it
What
didn't
color
have
is it?
blue, maybe.
Is it tan and
I don't.
thin?
Yeah, that sounds right. It's not very long.
Is it the Vincent S. Anderson one?
Probably. That sounds familiar.
Okay, it's got a lot of really good primary sources in it. Illustrations are lacking because they're all period illustrations.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's not a PhD of bald knobbering, but if there was, I would probably have it.
It's fair. Fuck it, dude.
So,
It's outstanding. Like I said, it's a super cool period, and I'm really looking forward to it. It like I said, it passed the I think it passed it even the 60-day rule. But yeah,
yeah.
so
And no, I did not get center mass hits.
it's okay.
Anyway,
I got to be a horse wrangler idiot a couple days, or maybe a week or so ago, because a bunch of horses got loose up in North County, which was entertaining because people had no idea what to do, and then I didn't have any idea what to do, so I just tied a rope around its little like face harness thing and walked it and its 3 really unintelligent pals back to the guy that has horses up there. Like, here you go. I'm not fucking with these things. If they get out again, somebody's probably going to hit them with a truck because it's starting to become like that time of the day.
Well, anyway,
It happens, but
it does. It does.
So besides the horse adventures, how you been doing?
Oh boy, let me start. On Monday, I went to Nevada, Missouri, and sold cattle. On Tuesday,
that video you sent was one of your cows.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Nice.
Wait, which one? The 65 grand one?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm still a little rattled. Let me go back and look and make sure.
It doesn't matter. Either way, that's awesome.
But same bloodlines as our cows, if not our cows. So no, that was not ours. That was similar bloodlines though.
Nice.
So, yeah, we did fair. We didn't do that. We didn't do that good. I would have loved to have brought back a $65,000 check for a calf, but
Yeah, the fact that you can sell a calf for that much money is just ridiculous.
Hey man, if it's gonna make a bunch of money, get some.
Oh yeah, I don't have no problems with it. It's just I thought that was nuts, and then I remembered we had a customer that sold 2 pigs, 2 total of $450,000 between the 2 of them.
I believe it.
Sweet.
That is some. You want to know why bacon costs so much? Cutting it off a $450,000 pig. That's what you're doing.
Some pig.
That's some pig.
You know, I heard a turkey joke yesterday that I had never heard before.
Oh?
You know what you get when you mix turkey DNA and human DNA?
reprimand.
Kicked out of the turkey house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We weaned
I heard
calves
it was-
yesterday, and
I
it was
heard
brought.
it was a hippopotamus and an octopus. You get an official reprimand and your research funding cut.
Because, hi, Charlie. We weaned calves yesterday and had everybody there. Big work day, big long work day, and as always, it comes up what I used to do for a living. And one of the guys yells out, "Hey, Reese, you know what happens when you mix turkey DNA and human DNA?" Oh, crud.
Nice. Hey, we're coming up to Halloween next Friday, and someone mentioned that they came up with the easiest Winnie the Pooh costume ever: a red T-shirt and a lot of confidence.
Jesus.
Yeah. I'm going to be in Kansas City for Halloween this year.
I said, I'll pass.
Oh man, 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the first one is because I've got a big work convention and I've got to go, kiss hands and shake babies
Yeah.
and meet people. And the second one is because I've got a buddy up there that I have not spent much time with at all in a good year and a half. And it's time for me to just man up and go be a friend and hang out with him. So,
in relation to the question about turkey DNA and human DNA, Telemic says good genes to pass on.
yep.
My brother says breeding stock. Telemachus also comes back with a good time. Nord wants to know if you know what happens when you crossbreed bulldogs and Shih Tzus.
Yeah, I was stepping in it all yesterday.
Right? Charles said, yes, I have watched some of Resident Alien on Netflix. It's pretty good. And the reason why it's pretty good is because of Alan Tudyk. I don't think the show would be as good if Alan Tudyk wasn't the alien.
He's just a phenomenal actor.
He is. He is. Yeah. George says they're a messy breed. Actually, I went to a zoo the other day. It only had one animal. It was a dog. It was a Shih Tzu. Oh.
I need to tell my dad that next weekend.
Yeah. I told that one to my daughter who works at a veterinary clinic. They have some regulars that are Shih Tzus in there, and she thought it was rather humorous.
My dad on the family group chat will send dad jokes every Friday.
Hell yeah.
And then if he comes across one he doesn't think is suitable for mixed company, he sends it to me privately.
Nice. Nice.
So,
Nord, that's what we're calling the bathroom now. The Shih Tzu.
mine
Buddy, if
was
there's
for a
enough in there
while.
to be a zoo, you got to flush.
Right?
Mine was for a while when my septic tank was on the fritz.
Right? What's the difference between outlaws and in-laws, Nord wants to know.
A 30-second gunfight? I don't know. Shotgun wedding?
Oh.
I'm not going to be on here long, gentlemen.
One is wanted.
That's funny.
Oh. Well, I know
Y'all
you're not
have-
going to be on long, and I think we're going to go ahead and
Yeah.
get it wrapped up. We did make it a longer show than I was expecting to. To be honest, it's because McMurray came on right at the beginning. So thanks for that, sir.
Always.
Sorry to bail on y'all. I just
No, hey,
Why are you guys
got your-
throwing a work today?
dude, you got your bell wrong.
well the sad thing is I was already off work. I was deer
What?
hunting,
Hell yeah.
so
Did you
anyway.
get one?
No. I was too
Yeah,
busy
it has a
chasing my
saddle
horse.
on it.
I kid you not. I got within 10 feet of a nice shooter doe with a rifle in my hand. But my horse was about that time probably a quarter to half mile away, so I didn't have time to shoot. I was just chasing her. So,
The horse would have figured it out. The horse knows where the food's at.
yeah, I was more worried about the horse getting hit on the interstate or not on the interstate, on the highway and killing somebody.
Well, fair.
Yeah, my boss's wife came and got me because she saw my horse come running back with nobody on it. So,
Either way, I'm happy you're going to be all right.
night, y'all. I'm just a little sore and my pride's hurt more than anything. So,
Well, that happens.
but, hey, I kept the rifle from getting in.
Correct.
Y'all have a good one.
Be good,
Take care,
Reese.
buddy. All right, guys. Yeah, Nord, he did get the horse back. So, well, this one wants some attention. Say hi to everybody, Snips. She says hi. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. McMurray, thanks for hopping on tonight.
Always.
As always,
you guys
it's a
be good.
pleasure.
Yep.
And we will we'll see you in not 2 weeks, about 10 days.
No,
At,
it's
TetraCon.
2 weeks. It's 2 weeks from this weekend.
Oh, yeah, 2 weeks from this weekend. You're right.
Yeah.
So that'll be 17 days.
Yes.
See, about
Ding, ding.
17 days.
Heck,
Good Lord.
that happens.
My mind is going. So with that, until next time, we shall see you on the flip side.
Later, guys. See you, Paulie.